Today, we'll be selling the Stoltz Farm. This is 53.3 acres, and it's located in Mower County, Minnesota. And Brian, let's talk a little bit more about this farm here. You have some pertinent information about this thing that some of these buyers that are sitting out there, might want to know that they might not be able to read inside of this manual. Can you help some of these buyers out here with some more information?
Yeah, you bet, Tyler. Thank you. So everyone following along, we're gonna go over some of the documents, and we're going to talk about this farm a little bit. So what we have here, we have 53.3 deeded acres located section 28 of Waltham Township. It's in Mower County, Minnesota. You can see it there up on your screen. And what we have is a nearly entirely tillable farm. So we're just west of Highway 56, south of Waltham, Minnesota, and it's along a blacktop road. Great access. You can kind of see it on the map there a little bit. So this farm has been highly managed. We have an excellent tenant in place. The farm is leased out for the 2023 season, and that farm has produced very well in the past. We have a plethora of information about this farm. If you look in your documents tab as you're looking there, or else landpros.com, you can take a look there. We will have fertility tests. The farm was grid sampled in 2017, and the farm was grid sampled again in 2020, and we have that information in there. Okay. There's also very, very good yield tests. This farm's been a very, very solid yielding farm. Excellent yield history. The maps are all in there if you take a look at them maps. We also have this area here is known for its strong cash rents. We have this farm with history from the lease that's in place on this farm, and that lease will transfer to the new buyer here today. So, and we can take care of that lease and take care of that transfer as part of the purchase agreement that we enter into after the sale here today. One other point I'd like to make on this farm, again, is its location. So State Highway 56, all of you folks, we're looking at you all watching online here, and most of you know, some of the investors maybe not watching. We want to make sure we let them know we're right along State Highway 56, just south of here. We pick up to I-90, so we have excellent location. Like I said, it's on a blacktop road. This farm actually has a really large access point right off that road, so very good for large equipment. And if you look at the shape of it, everybody on the screen, it's very long, straight rows, which is really nice. There's not a lot of waste, and there's not a lot of road frontage eating up the tillable acres, so it's majority tillable. So those are the strong attributes of the farm. Maybe a bit later on one of our breaks, we can get in and really break down the fertility tests and the yield. It's been a strong, consistent yielder. I would say, just real close to 200 bushel corn, mid 50s, upper 50s on soybean yields over the past number of years. So we can really dive into that, a little bit later here when we get into some of those agronomy details.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Brian, for all that information. For those of you who aren't familiar, we like to do what we call the land market update, where every other week we provide you with updated sales, both regionally and locally in the state, as well as direct sales to the farm that we're selling. You can watch these on our website at landpros.com or following our YouTube channel as well. The first one that we have here today is in Tama County, Iowa, and is 73 acres, and it sold for $21,000 per acre. And next we go over to Lyon County, Iowa. This is 80 acres, and it sold for $20,000 per acre. So big sales right there in my home state of Iowa. Great sales. You can tell those are very good. You can see that even the CSR in the first one was 90, and that sold for $21,000. And then the next one in Lyon County is only a 67 CSR2, and it still sold for $20,000 per acre. So that just tells me, first thing, it's either a commercial property or it's just a very, very sought after property in a high demand area here. It's great prices and great demand still. And so next we have in Henry County, Illinois. This is 38 acres, and it sold for $20,501 per acre. Next, we're going back into the state of Minnesota again. We're in Brown County, Minnesota, and we have 74 acres that sold for $13,689 per acre. Now we're back in Jackson County, Minnesota, at 83 acres that sold for $13,500 per acre. And last is Steele County, Minnesota, 237 acres that sold for $14,357 per acre. So this is you've been a broker in the state of Minnesota for a long, long time, Brian. Here, I mean, what do these sales say to you? I mean, as far as where kind of that market is sitting right now, do these things seem like they're trending up to you, or are they trending down, stagnant? What's the state of the market that you're seeing in the state of Minnesota right now?
Great question. We, as you know, us land brokers, we get this question all the time, every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I kind of been sounding like a broken record lately. I penned an article in December where I thought we were kind of plateauing and maybe reaching a high, and then all of a sudden we fire right back up, and we continue to have strong sales throughout the profile of soils. We talk about CSR2s in Iowa. We talk about CPIs in Minnesota. We talk about different rating systems in different states. And the trend that we have noticed is that it continues to be very strong throughout the different classes of soils.
Well, just yesterday, right here on AuctionCast, we had a county record at $15,050 an acre here yesterday as well. So obviously, we're seeing this in real time. That was literally yesterday that price went for that. So incredible price there. So we're going to do a couple of direct sales here as well, right here in Mower County, where this auction is here today. And it's 76 acres, and it sold for $9,900 per acre. And another one in Mower County has 128 acres, sold for $11,800 per acre. So once again, I mean, these are prices there. I mean, how does that make you feel when you see these, or what do you think that's saying at the market here in Mower County for like the auction we're having here today?
Good point to make there that you just make. In my opinion, these prices have remained very solid, very stable, and they're actually continuing to rise. Mm-hmm. I hate to say it. Like I said, I sound like a broken record. They are strong, and you can look over that profile of those last two direct sales that we're looking at. We were in the 80s for CPI, so we correlate things to soil. Of course, location is very important on farmland, but these are direct Mower County farmland sales. Mower County's very consistent in its prices. There's some areas that trend to be, but the average in the county is remained very strong.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian, absolutely. Thank you very much for that information. We do want to welcome all of our online bidders and point out a few things to all of our viewers. Make sure you are aware of the documents online that are posted about the farm. They're located in the Documents tab, and at any time you'd like to bid by phone, have any technical issues, or have a question, please call the number on your screen. We have our auction manager sitting right next to me, Brian Haugen, ready to answer your questions and take your bids over the phone via text or email. We are going to get this auction started off, and we have JJ Wise, our auctioneer, ready to take it off here today.
Well, thank you, Tyler. I do appreciate each and every one of you online bidders being with us today. As Brian had noted, we are selling today the 53.3 acres, more or less, in Section 28 of Waltham Township in Mower County, Minnesota. Like Tyler said, my name is JJ Wise. I will be your auctioneer. I am also a licensed land agent for Land Pros, so we're ready to get into today's sale. The seller today is we are selling the Stoltz farm. The method of sale is bidding will be per deeded acres unless otherwise indicated by the auctioneer. Deeded acres may change because of survey or other factors, in which that case the total sale price will be adjusted to reflect that. Sellers reserve the right to accept or reject any and all bids. The auction company and seller reserve the right to preclude any person from bidding if there is any concern as to the person's credentials or fitness to bid or to enter into a contract today. We are the agency, Land Pros Real Estate LLC, and its agents represent the seller today. Also, the 2023 taxes will be paid by the buyer. So all 2023 taxes will be on your side. So buyer, you be responsible for those. Also, the conditions of this sale. This sale is subject to all easements, restrictions of record, covenants, and leases. Each bidder is responsible for conducting their own inquiries and due diligent efforts at their own risk concerning the subject property. All property is sold as is, where is, with no warranties. We have set a closing date on or before March 20th, 2023, and going into the contract and the title for today. Immediately upon the conclusion of this auction, the highest winning bidder will enter into a real estate contract/purchase agreement and provide funds for earnest money to be deposited into the real estate and auction company's trust account. Sellers will provide an updated abstract and or owner's title insurance policy. They will present a clear title at their expense, and the sale is not contingent upon any buyer's financing today. Terms and possession. $40,000 down the day of the auction. Balance will be due at closing on or about March 20th of 2023. There will be a 2% buyer's premium added to the final bid price. So just remember that 2% will be added to the bid price today. Possession will be at closing, and the farm is subject to a lease for the 2023 crop year. As Brian noted, there is a current lease that is in place that you will take over going into the 2023 crop year. The sale shall not be contingent upon any buyer financings like we talked earlier, and any statements made today by for this auction precede any previous advertised materials. All information herein was obtained from sources deemed reliable, but neither the auction company nor the seller guarantee any of the accuracy on that. So with that being said, we'll go right to work, ladies and gentlemen. We have 53.3 acres more or less in Mower County. We want you to bid early, bid often. We had a $5,000 start bid. Now we have a $5,500 bid. I'm going to ask for $6,000. At 55, 6,000, and 55, got to be $6,000. In 55, got to be $6,000 bid. Now $6,000 down here. 55, got to be $6,000 down here. Now 55, got to be $6,000. 55, got to be $6,000 down here. 6,000. Now 55, got to be 6. Down 55, got to be $6,000 bid. It's $6,000. In 55, got to be $6,000 bid. 55, got to be 6 to bid. $6,000 down here. 55, got to be $6,000 down here. 55, got to be 56. Now 5,700. Now $5,700 down here. 56, $5,700 down here. Now 7 to bid $700. $5,700 bid 6. 57. Now 7 to bid $7 down here. 56, got to be 57. It's 7 to bid $7 down here. 56, 57. Now 7 to bid $7 down here. Down 56, 57. Don't be sitting on your hands, ladies and gentlemen. Here's your opportunity to buy this great farm. 56, 5,700. Now 56, got to be $5,700 down here. Down 56, $5,700 down here. Now 5,700. Now 56, got to be 57. 7 to bid $700. 56, got to be 57. $700 down here. 56, got to be 57. $700 down here. 56, 57. $700 down here. 56, 57. 7 to bid $700 on 57. Internet bid right along. 56, 57. 7 to bid $7 down here. 56, 50. 190, 828, 879. You're out. 56, 57. Now 7 to bid 7. 7 to bid 7. 7 to bid 7. 5,700. Now 56, 57. 7 to bid $700. 5,600. Now 57. 7 to bid $7 down here. 56 the money. 57 bid again. 56 now. $5,700 down here. 56 got to be 57. Now 7 to bid 7. 7 to bid 7. 7. 57. Thank you, internet. Now 58. Now $5,800 down here. 57 got to be 5,800. Now 57. $5,800 down here. 57 the bid. $5,800 down here. Now 5,800. 57 the money. Now 58. Now $5,800 down here. 58 got a bid now. 57. 7 to bid down to $800 down here. 57 got to be $5,800 down here. 57. Now $5,800 down here. 57. $5,800 down here. Now 57. 58. I think we're going to take a little recess, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to turn it back over to my AuctionCast crew, and they're going to talk a little bit more about this farm today.
Thank you very much, JJ. So just to recap here, we start off here with bids on the floor at $5,000 an acre. Now we're at $5,700 an acre here. So I'm going to turn back over here to Brian, and let's talk a little bit more about this farm and some of the details about this and what makes this a great buy and why some of these buyers out there should be looking to purchase this farm.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Tyler. Well, we're getting started here. You know, we always get moving. Everybody's a little bit slower to bid and kind of checking it all out and watching us. We thank all of you that are online watching. We got quite a number of you today. If there's any problems, any issues getting through or running your bidding software, I know it's a little, you know, there's a lot of numbers up there. We want to make sure everybody gets a chance to bid on this farm. Of course, this farm at this point is in extreme value. We know it's probably going to go higher than this, according to its past yield. So we talked about yields on this farm, and if you all want to take a look in the information packets, and I'm going to pull that up here quickly. I got a bunch of yield information. There's been quite some data on this farm over the last 4 or 5 years. We have 20 soybean yields, and we're looking at the average soybean yields in 2020. If you're following along on the documents, we have average soybean yields of 56.41 bushels per acre in 2020. We go back to 2019, and we have corn on this farm in 2019, and we had an average yield of 184 bushels per acre. So formidable yield, pretty stable yields. We're going to drop back to 2017 on the soybeans. We have some yield data. We have yield maps, and if you look at these maps, of course, there's variation in all yield maps, but when we look at this map, we see pretty strong average across the board. It's pretty uniform. Of course, when the combine turns around on the ends, you can see the red a little bit, and that's kind of how that goes on the each end. But if I was deciphering this, I would look at this as a pretty even farm when it comes to yield, and quite consistent. Mid 50s on the soybeans, upper 180s to 197. That's what we have as yields. Another thing I really want to talk about here is the fertility. We look at the pH. The last test that was done in 2020, we have a pH average right around 7. So that's what we want, right? We want neutral soil.
Yep.
So the pH is good on this farm, and we take a look at the other numbers. We look at the phosphorus levels are formidable. The potassium levels are formidable for those of you who are following along on those numbers. Just really a consistent farm. So for this money at this price and these yields and this consistency, especially with a strong lease in place, folks, this here is a farm you're going to want to really take a long, hard look at, and it's time that we get moving and we get bidding on this thing. So.
Absolutely, it's a great farm. Obviously, it's some strong yields right there. For this farm, and definitely something that somebody who's looking to add something to portfolio should certainly consider. We're going to take a short break here, and then we're going to get right back to the auction.
What if you had a place of your own where you could enjoy your family, friends, and all of your favorite pastimes? Compeer Financial offers recreational land loans for things like hunting, fishing, camping, or just a weekend getaway with friends and family. You can choose from hunting land loans, lake property loans, and even bear land loans, all tailored to fit your lifestyle. We'll provide long-term, fixed-rate financing that works best for you. It's a commitment we take personally. Together, we champion rural. Together, we are Compeer Financial.
All right. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking with us. Like Brian had talked, this is a great farm. We are underpriced, we feel today, ladies and gentlemen. Now is your opportunity to go ahead and take off and get right in on the bidding action. There's a lot of you out there. We do have floor bidders as well, so our phone bidders online. So we got you and phone bidders, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to work. We get my screen back up here. There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, at the break, we had $5,700 online. Now the floor bidder came back from the rake at $5,800. Would you give $5,900 in it at $57, $58, $59, and $800 down here, down $900, $58, got to be $9, down $900, down $58, got to be $9, $5,900 down here, $58, got to be $5,900 bid, $58 down here, $59, $9 down to the bid $9. Great value here, $58, $59, $9 down to the bid $9. I think you should. $58 down here, down $59 down to the bid $9 down here, $58, $59, $59. Thank you, Internet. Now $6,000, $59, got to be $6,000. Internet's in the lead. I have $5,900. Now $6,000 bid and $6,000 down here, $59, got to be $6,000 bid, $6 to bid, and $6,000 down here, $6,000 bid, $59 on the phone. You're out. It's $6,059, got to be $6,000. $59, would you be $6? Now $6,000 bid, $59, got to be $6,000. Now $6,000 down here, $59, will be $6 and $6,000. It $59, got to be $6 and $6,000 bid on or down here. $6,000 bid, $59. Now $6,000 down here, $59. This farm, ladies and gentlemen, I got $6,000. Now $61. Now $61. One of the bid $1 down here. $6,000. Be $61 and $61. One of the bid $1. Clicker on the clicker. Internet $61. It's $6,000. 6,000, now 61. Click the clicker. It's 6,000, now 61. One of the bid, $1 bid. It's 6,000, now 61. One of the bid, one. In 6,100. Thank you. Now 61. Be 62. And 61. Gonna be $200 down here. And 61, 62. And $200 down here. 61. Gonna be 2. Now 3. Now $200 bid 3. 3 to the bid down here. 62. And 63. Now $300 bid down 63. 3 to the bid down here. 63. I'm $6,200. Now 63 to advance the bid. Now 62 and 63. Now 64 and $63 down here. Down $400 bid and 63 to bid. Down 4. Down $400 down here. Now is your chance, ladies and gentlemen. Now is your chance to buy this premium Minnesota ground. 63, 64. Now 64. Down $300 down here. Down 4. Down 63. Got to be $400 and 63. Add it to anybody's portfolio. Here's the opportunity right today. 63, 64, and 63, 64. If it's on any operation in the country. 63, 64, and 63. Got to be 4. And $400 down here. Has 63. Highly productible. 63, 64. Try it again. And $63 down here. Down 4. And 64. Thank you. Now 65. And 64. Got to be $500 bid. It's 64. Now 65. Final bid $500. At 64. Got to be 5. And 65. Final bid $500 down here. Now 64. The money. Now 65 to bid. And 64. And 65. And 555. Thank you. 65. 66. Internet's in. Now 65. Want to be $600. $65 down here. Down 6. Internet try to go. 65. Internet's in. Floor bidder, you got to be 66. And 65. Now 66. And $6,500 down here. Down $6,600 down here. 55. Want to be 66. Now 66. And 65. Got to be 6,600. Now $65 down here. Down 666. And 60. Thank you. Now 67. Now 7 to bid, 7 to buy. I have 6,600 on the phone, 67 internet, and 66, 67. Now 7 to bid, 7 to bid, 6,700. Now 66, 67. Now $700 down here. Internet, you got to come along. 67 to bid, $7 down here. Now 66, now 67. Now 7 to bid, 7 to buy. $6,700 is all for this premium Minnesota land. I have it now. 67. Thank you, internet. Now 68. Now 67. Now 6,800. Now 67. Said, don't be a quitter. 67, got to be 6,800. Now 67 to bid, $6,800 bid. Anybody else at 67? Now $68 down here. 67, $68 down here. 67, 68. I'm going to take a short recess, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go back to the AuctionCast crew. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. So just to recap again, we start off at $5,000. We are all the way up to $6,700 an acre now, asking $68,000. I want to turn it over here to Craig Borcher with Ascent Financial. You've done some financial analysis about this farm. I'd like to see what you have about this thing. If you could explain here to the audience what you broke down as well, please.
Sure, Tyler. Kind of looked at this farm and looked at what it would perform, in a rental arrangement. So the current lease is a flex lease, and that's set up so that a third of the corn revenue goes to pay the rent, and that's paid in a base and a bonus rent. But that works out to about $383.53 for the crop year of 2022 with the actual yields that they had.
Wow.
So that takes, an average of the spring and the fall RMA price for corn, multiplies it by the number of bushels, and then takes a third of that result to come up with how much the rent is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very common flex lease arrangement that's used by Land Pros Farm Management. If for an investor, anybody like that that's looking to buy a farm like this that would need it managed, that's how they would generally approach the problem.
No, absolutely. I mean, so just looking at your numbers right there, $383 in rent, great rent return for sure. And then a 10-year projected return based upon some of the average that we've seen across history at 16% there. That's phenomenal.
And that takes into account, land appreciation, the rent coming in, and over time that rent increasing with the rate that we've historically seen commodity prices going up over the last 50 years.
Absolutely.
So it kind of looks at it holistically about what this return would be over the next 10 years projected.
Yeah, I mean, so if I'm an investor, looking at this particular farm here, I'm looking at this, and this is something that I've, based upon some of the historical data that I had, this is a consistent producing farm. It's all tillable. So if you're going to invest in a farm like this, you're going to get a consistent investment return, and based on historical data that you're showing right here, they can expect some extremely good returns over time as well, just showing that land is still one of the best investments that you can make out there.
Absolutely. Now I have another chart that I'd like to show you here of what land prices have done over the last 50 years. And I think that's a very interesting perspective to have, is how have land prices been increasing over the last 50 years?
Mm-hmm.
And, when we look at that data, even in periods of recession, which are the shaded areas there, it's continued to do well. But what I think the really interesting way to look at this chart is on the next one, where what happens if we put $10,000 into farmland 50 years ago? What has that grown to today?
Yeah.
You know, $200,000 and $2,000 over that period. That's a tremendous return.
Yeah,
over
absolutely
that period of time.
Absolutely, it is. I mean, I think in any type. I mean, anybody looking at any type of investment, these are numbers that are obviously fairly consistent over time here, based upon all this historical data. So once again, I mean, we can't say it enough. Land, one of the best investments out there. They're not making any more of it. We all love land. We're all invested in land. It has a special place in our heart, and that's why we sell it here so passionately, like we do today.
Absolutely.
We're going to take another quick break here, and when we get back, we're going to send it right back to JJ here at the auction.
Ascent Financial is your local expert for farm transition planning. Whether you're transitioning your farm to the next generation, looking for an outside successor, or simply want to retire, families and businesses can choose from our wide range of solutions. If you need help with transition planning, wealth management, or insurance planning, Ascent Financial is here to support you and your legacy.
Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's sale. Just to recap on what we're selling, 53.3 acres more or less in Section 28 of Waltham Township right here in Mower County, Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, like we had $6,700 bid. I'm going to ask for $6,800. $6,700's the money, be $6,800. Internet, come right along. 67, now $6,800 down here, down 67, 6,800, now 68, now 9, and $68 down here, down $900 down here, now 68, gotta be 9, and 68, gotta be 6,900, now $6,800 down here, now 9, down to the bid 9, $6,900 down here. Internet, you're out. 68, 69, and 99, down to the bid $900 down here, now 68, gotta be 9, 6,800, now $6,900 bid, 68, gotta be 9, down to the bid $900 down here, 6,800, be 69, and 69, 9, down to the bid $900 down here, 68, gotta be 9, and 69, 9, down to the bid $900, and 68, gotta be 69, and $69 bid. Internet, now your turn. 68, down 69. I know there's a lot of you out there online. Would you bid today? 68, 69. It's $68 down here, down to the bid 9, down to the bid 9. You buy a farm for a lifetime, generation after generation. Today is the day. It may not be just for you. It may be for your children or your grandchildren. It's an investment on your life here. Legacy, carried on. 68, 69, and 68, gotta be 9, and 69, 9, down to the bid $900 down here. 68, gotta be 6,900. Now 68, gotta be 9, down to the bid $900, and 68, 69, and $6,800 down here, down 9, down to the bid $900. I'm 6,800, be 69, and 69, 9, down to the bid $900 down here, now 68, gotta be 9, and 68, 69, and 68, gotta be 9, 9, down to the bid $900. Try it again, and 68, gotta be 69, and $6,800 down here, down 9, 9, down to the bid 9, and 68, gotta be 9, and 68, gotta be 9, down to the bid $9 down here, and 68, 69, and 69, 9, down to the bid $900 down here, 68, 6,900, now $68 down here, down $900, 68, 69, $6,800 down here, down to the bid 9, down to the bid $9 down here, and 68, gonna be 69, and 68 here, down 9, 9, down to the bid 9, 6,900, it's 68, gonna be 9, and $68 bid 9, 9, down to the bid $900 down here, 68, gotta bid 69, and 68 down 9, thank you, now 69, now 7, it's $7,000 bid, I'm 6,900, bid 7, 7 to bid $7,000 bid on her, it's 69, gotta be 7, 7 to bid phone bidder, you gotta be 7, it's $7,000 bid 69, it's $7,000 down here, 69, gotta be $7,000, now 69, be 7, it's 7 to bid $7,000 down here, down 69, gotta be 7, it's 7 to bid $7,000 down here, it's 69, we had a new person jump in the race, 19186378, thanks for being with us today at 6,900, be 7,000 now, it's 69, gotta be 7, it's $7,000 down here, down 69, gotta be 7, 7 to bid 7, 7 to bid $7,000 bid, I'm 6,900, bid 7, now 7, 7, 7 to bid $7,000 down here, 69, gotta be 7, 7 to bid 7, 7, 7 to $7,000 bid, 69, click the clicker now, it's 69, gotta be 7, 7 to bid $7,000 bid, then 69, gotta be 7, now 7 to bid 7 to buy, give me $7,000, anybody else at 69, gotta be 7, now 7 to bid 7, $7,000 down here, try it again, internet, it's $7,000 bid 69, gotta be 7, now 7 to bid 7, 7, 7, 28, 79, you're out, 68, 69, now 7, it's $7,000 down here, 69, gonna be 7, 7 to bid, $7,000 down here. 69, gonna be 7. Now $7,000 down here. Now 69, gonna be 7. It's $7,000 down here. 69, gonna be 7. It's $7,000 bid here. Down 69, gotta be 7, 7 to bid, $7,000 down here. I'm going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to turn it back over to Tyler at the desk. Thank you so much.
Welcome back, everybody, here. So once again, just to recap here, we started off at $5,000 an acre. Now we're up to $6,900 an acre. And I just want to emphasize, a couple things here. We talked with Craig here earlier, about some of the cash rent yields. This is a strong cash rent area here. Not only is it close to grain outlets and as well as an ethanol plant here, but so the location is an ideal location right here. We've got lots of years of consistent yields from a corn base as well as a soybean base here. So once again, if you're looking at buying a farm and adding it to your portfolio, this is almost an entirely tillable tract here. It's a small tract. It's not a big tract here that's completely unaffordable to everybody here. So as an investor, this is the type of farms that people really look for when they're looking for something, a strong producing farm that's small, that is a consistent producer, just like this one always seems to be here. So once again, great location in this area here, and it's located just off of a blacktop road as well. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to have JJ once again start this auction off here today.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for sticking with us this afternoon on this beautiful day. Like we were talking, right off of Hard Surface Road, you got an opportunity for a great farm here. It's a great investment, like we said, for anybody's portfolio, any farm operation. You're looking to add just a little extra for next year. Here's the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at $6,900. I have a $7,000 bid on the phone. Give me $7,100. It's $7,000, now $7,100. It's $7,000 down here, $7,100 down here. It's $7,100 down here. Now one of the bid, 1, 1, 2, and 71, 72, and $7,100 down here. Now two another bid down here, 71, 7,200, and 71, 72, at 72. Now the floor is out along with 6378 bidder online. You're out as well. At 71, got to be 72. You got to click the clicker internet. At 71, 7,200. At 72, two another bid down here, 7,200. Now 71, $7,200 down here. At 71, 72, two another bid down here, $72 down here. At 71, got to be 2, and $200 down here. Now $1, 2. I'm 7,100 bid. 72 online is carrying the bid at 7,100. Give me 72. Now $7,200 down here at 71, 72. Now $200 down here. Now two bid down 2. The answer is yes. Entered at 71. Bid again at 7,200. Now 71, 72. $2 down here at 71, $7,200 down here. Now 7,200 and $7,100 bid. Give me 72 at 71, 72. Now $200 down here. Now $2 bid down here at 71, 72 and $200 down here. Now $2 bid down here 71, 72. Soil tests all along, ladies and gentlemen. All the data is there on this farm. It's a beautiful farm. 71, 72, now 72, now 73, and 72, 7,300, and 72, $7,300 down here. Now 3, I'm $7,200 bid on the floor. 73, and 72, 73, now $300 down here. Now 3 got a bid down here, and 73, 3 got a bid, 28, 79. You got a bid again. You're running second. 72, 7,300, now 72, 73, $300 down here. Now 3 got a bid down here. I'm 72, now 73, now 7,300, now $300 down here. Now 3, 72, got to be 7,300, now 73, $300 down here. Now 3, now 3, 4, and 73. Thank you. Now 74, and 73, 74. Been with us all the way now, floor. 73, 7,400, now 73, 74. 4 to the bid down here. 73 at 74. What's he say on the phone? 73, 74 at 73, 7,400, down $400 down here. I'm 73, 74 at $400 down here. Now 4 to the bid 4. I'm 73, 74, 28, 79. Online bidder is in the lead on this farm today. 7,400 floor. 73, now 74, now 73, 74, now $400 down here. Now 4, 73, 74, now $400 down here. Now 4 to the bid 4, 74 at $7,400 down here. Under the money here today on this prime ground. 73. 74, now 73, 74, and $7,400 down here. Now 73, 74, at 73, $7,400 down here. Now 4, 7,400, got a bid at 73, 74, at 73, $7,400 down here. Now 4, at 73, 74, at $7,400 down here. Now $300 4, I'm 7,300, now 7,400, now 73, got to be 4, at 73, 74, 73, 74. The other internet bidders out along with the floor. 73, 74, and 73, $7,400 down here. Now 3, 4, and 73, 74, at 70. The number numbers on the screen if you need to call, ladies and gentlemen. 73, 74, at 73, 74. We don't want anybody going away saying they wish they would have. Like Greg always says, I wished I would have club, he's been the president of it. 73, now 74, now 73, 74, now 75. I'm 7,400, now 75. We got the internet right along, 74, 7,500. Now 74, $7,500 down here at 75, out of the bid 5, 74, 75. Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen. Bid high, bid low, 74, at 75, at 75, out of the bid 5, out of the bid 5. I'm 7,400, now 7,500, now 74, got to be 75. I'm 7,400 online, 75 at $5.75, out of the bid 5, out of the bid 5. I have the floor bidder out, and I also have 28.79 out. The leader today is 63.78 at 7,400 at 7,500. Now 74, got to be 5 at $7,500 down here. Down out of the bid 5, 75. I'm $7,400 bid. Now 75 at 75. Out of the bid 5, out of the bid 5. I'm 74. Bid 75. Now 75. Out of the bid 5, out of the bid 5, 75 at 74. Got to be 75 at 75. $75 down here at 74. Got to be 7,500. Now 74, 75. Out of the bid 5, out of the bid 5. 74, 75, $74 down here. 75. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the break screen here. This will be our last break today. We do need to call the seller and talk to them with like we sell all properties. It is with confirmation owner. We will not sell until we talk to them. We'll be right back after this short break. Thank you so much. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We like those breaks once in a while. It gives us a little bit of opportunity to just kind of talk about the farm with the seller and what we have going on. As a team, as Land Pros, we feel that this ground is maybe a little cheap today. So we had the opportunity to talk to the seller, which we do with all of our auctions. We confirm it with them, whether they want to sell today or not. While we were on the call with them, we did get a confirmation that this farm is going to a new home today. So the high bidder is going to take it home. So we've cleared that. Like I said, these things sometimes take a little bit of time. It just gave us an opportunity to clear that up. But I want you to know, as bidders out there, that there will be a new owner. So right now, the bid is at 7,400. There is no more breaks today. This is the last break. So now is your time. If you are interested in purchasing this farm, take the time today. Make sure you make the right decision. We want you going home. We want you going home with all gratitude that you made the right decision. Ladies and gentlemen, I got 7,400. Be 7,500 at 74. Got to be 75 and 74, 7,500. Now $7,500 down here at 74, 75. Out of the bid 5 now 7,500. Now 74, 79. I got 28.79 bidder. You were out at 74. Now 75 and 7,500. Now 74, $7,500 down here down 5, 75, 75. At 74, got to be $7,500 bid. I'm 74, 75. Out of the bid 5, out of the bid 5. I'm 7,400. Now 75 at 75, 75. Out of the bid $5 down here 74 at 75. Out of the bid 5. I'm 74. Now 75. Down 5, out of the bid 5, out of the bid 5. Don't go home wishing you would have. Now's the time, ladies and gentlemen. 74 at 75. Down 75. Out of the bid 5, 74, 75, 75. Thank you. Now 76 and 75. Got to be 7,600. Now 75, $7,600 down here at 75. Now 76. No more breaks. 75, 76 and 75. Got to be $600 down here. I'll make bidders out of you. 63.78. You got to bid again at 75. Got to be 7,600. Now 75, $7,600 down here at 75. Got to be 6 and $7,600 down here. I'm 75. Now 76. I want to give you just as much time, internet. At 75, got to be 7,600. Now 75, got to be 6 to bid. Now 75, got to be $600. I'm 75. Now 7,600. Now 75, got to be 6 and $600 down here. At 75, got to be 7,600. Now 75 to bid. Now 7,600. Now 75, got to be 6 to bid. Now $75 down here. Now 7,600. Now 75, 76. You got 76. Thank you. Now 77. Now 76, got to be 7,700. $7,600 down here. Now 7,700 an acre at 76. Got to be 77. Now 76. Now 77. Now 77 to be at 76. 77. Now 76. 77. 7 to bid. $7 down here. Now 76. Now 77. Now 70. The high bidder today is going to enter into a contract. We'll be in touch with you at the conclusion of this auction. Bid on it with confidence, ladies and gentlemen. 76. 77. Thank you, internet. Now 78. Now 77. Now 7,800. Now $7,800 down here. Now 78. 7,800. I'm 77. Now 78. Now 77. 77, got to be $7,800 bid. At 77, got to be 78. Now 77, got to be $7,800 down here. At 77, got to be 78. Internet, 28.79 is in. 63.78. If you want to be a new owner today, now is the time. 77, now 78. Now 77, got to be $7,800 down here. Now 77, be 7,800. It's 77, $7,800 bid. It's 77, got to be 78. It's 77, $7,800 down here. I'm $7,700 bid. Give me 7,800. That's the next bid. 77. Now 78. Now 77, got to be 7,800. Now 77 a bid. $7,800 down here. I'm 77. Now $7,800 down here. Still under the money. Now is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Click the clicker. It's 77, 78. Now 77, $7,800 down here. Now 78. Internet, your turn. It's 77, $7,800. Now phone bidder, do you want back in? It's 77. Got to be 78. It's 77, $7,800 down here. I'm 77. Now 78. Now $7,800 down here. Now 77. Got to be 7. Now there's going to be a new owner today. Bid on the farm, 77, 78, now 77, got to be $7,800 down here, now 77, got to be 78, now 77, now 78, now 77, now $7,800 down here, at 77, $7,800 down here, I'm 77 online, 63.78, you've been with me the last 3 or 4 or 5 bids, give me 7,800, don't lose this farm over $100, it's 77, now 7,800, now 77, $7,800 down here, at 77, got to be $7,800 bid, it's 77, got to be 78, now 78, try it again, it's 77, got to be $7,800 on here. At 77, got to be $7,800 bid. Anybody else? It's 77, got to be $7,800. Now 77, got to be 78. Anybody got to go $7,800 bid? Try it again. It's 77, $7,800 on here. It's 77, 78. Anybody want to be 77.50? As an auctioneer, our job is to get the most money. Your job is to buy them as cheap. But today we need $77.50. I don't want anybody leaving their computer today saying, oh, I wish they would have gave me a $50 bid. $77.50. Let's try it one time. Thank you, Internet. Now $7,800. Now $7,800 down here. That's $7,800. $77.50. Give me $7,800. Now $7,800 bid. I'm $77.50 online. Now $7,800. Now $7,800 down here. Try it again. It's $7,800 down here. $77.50. Now $78. Now $7,800 down here. $8 bid. It's $7,800 down here. 77, now 78, it's 77.50, got to be 78, it's 77.50, $7,800 bid, who's 7,800, now $7,800 down here, now I have 63.78 for the 77.50, I'm asking for 7,800, now 28.79, it's your opportunity right now, $7,800, it's 77.50, $7,800 bid, it's 77.50, got to be 78, it's $78 bid, it's 78, thank you, 78, now 78.50, it's $7,800, we're on the dirt road now, hit it at your turn, it's $78.50. It's $7,800 down $50 bid. Now $7,800 50. It's $7,800 down here down $50 bid. I'm $7,800. Now $78.50's all. Now $78.50. Now $78.50. Now $7,800 down here. $78.50. It's $7,800 down here. Now $78.50. It's $7,800. Now $78.50. $63.78. Are you all done? $78.50. It's $7,800 down here. $50 bid. Now $7,800. Now $78.50. Now $78. Just $40,000 down today with the remainder due on the 20th of March. $78.50. Try it again. It's $7,850. It's $7,800 50. Gotta go. It's $7,800 down here. Now $78.50. Yes or no, Internet? It's $7,850. Hammers high. Yes or no? It's $7,800 down here. Down $50 down. $7,850. Now $7,800. Now $78. I'm going to sell this farm. $7,800. Now $7,850. It's $7,850. Don't miss out. It's $7,850 down here. $7,800. Now $7,850. Try it one more time. It's $7,850 down here. $7,800. Now $7,850. Internet, are you all done? $7,850. It's $7,800 down $50. It's $7,800. You started this half stuff. Just play a little while. It's $7,850. One more time. It's $7,800. Now $7,850. Try it again. It's $7,850 bid. Now $7,800 to 50. It's $7,850. I have $7,800 bid. $7,850 and $7,850. I'm going to go give you a countdown of 3. When I'm to 3, we're selling the farm. It's $7,850. It's $7,850. I got $7,850 going once. It's $7,850 going twice. $7,850 3 times. Ladies and gentlemen, now's the time. It's $7,850 and I sold the farm. $7,800 going to buyer 19082879. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm JJ Wise, your auctioneer today. I'm going to turn it back over to Tyler at the desk. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, JJ. What an excellent auction. Thank you very much for what you did there. $7,800 an acre here. So one thing that I always love in these auctions, and I've been doing these AuctionCast things for a long time, and every single time they say, hey, we're going to sell the auction, we get this spirited bidding at the end. And so $7,800 an acre, great price. We started off at $5,000 an acre and slowly cranked all the way up to $7,800 an acre here. So great spirited bidding throughout, both online and on the floor, both. So, but I do want to reach here to my colleague here, Craig, with Ascent Financial. So you did some financial analysis on the sale of this farm here and how those numbers kind of work out. And so that way you buyers here in the future can kind of understand how we analyze these farms and how a lot of these investors analyze these farms too here from a buying standpoint and what these numbers ended up finalizing here today.
Sure, Tyler. Looking at this auction, we came in at $7,800 per deeded acre, and that works out to $8,250 thereabouts per tillable acre. For a total approximate sale price of $424,000.
Yeah, excellent numbers
Yep,
right there.
good numbers.
Absolutely excellent numbers there. Well, I do want to thank all of our bidders that participated today, and we especially like to thank our sellers for trusting us to auction off your property here today as well. Our auction calendar in February is getting very full, and here are the auctions that we have coming up. On February 11th at 10:30 a.m. in person in Shelby County, Indiana, and then on February 18th at 10 a.m. in person in Freeborn County, Minnesota. Then back again on February 21st at 10 a.m. right here on AuctionCast. We have 257 acres in Steele County, Minnesota, and then again on the same day at 2 p.m., 141 acres in Dakota County, Minnesota. Then we go the next day, February 22nd at 10 a.m., 82 acres in Dodge County, Minnesota. And then at 2 p.m. on the same day, 40 acres in Steele County, Minnesota. So AuctionCast is full here in February. So folks, if you are thinking about buying or selling, keep Land Pros at the top of your list. You can connect with one of our team members at landpros.com or the number on your screen at any time. Thanks again for joining us here at Land Pros AuctionCast, and have a great rest of your day.
A streamlined way with great team members to serve sellers and buyers.
Sold $20,500.
Live broadcast of an auction that we bring to
I'm going to sell
them.
it. Sold. Property's choice. You can buy parcel 1, parcel 2, or parcel 3.
$5,000 offered. What do you give me? $5,500 and $5,000 down here. $55,000, $6,000 and $6,000 down here.
You've always heard in the real estate world, location. Well, that also comes into play when you talk farmland.
Increase in value, and its value is only going to increase over time. The numbers I said before are at 6.5%, which is the 50-year average annual appreciation in farmland.
A AuctionCast method with all of these wonderful things brought to the seller and buyer.